Hello, hello, hello. Good morning, good evening, good afternoon. Whenever you come across this video, thank you so much for choosing to spend a little bit of time with me. I love you guys so much. Thank you for all the likes, shares, and subscribes. Everyone who's booking, making purchases off the website, pledges to the Patreon, sending things to the P.O. Box, purchases off the wish list, and tipping the Clarissa. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I love you guys so much. Um, uh, I was trying to do this live. And it just was not working very well. So, I guess we're not gonna do that. I tried a couple times, but I do want to get one recorded. I was hoping to do some, live readings as well, but, we'll see how it goes. We'll try again here in a bit. Anyways, alright. What does the collective need to know? Ooh, wear your party hat. It's time to celebrate something.
Sometimes life brings questions. Questions about love, questions about career, questions about your life journey, and sometimes we just need a little clarity. And that is where my new sponsor, Psychic Source, comes in. Psychic Source has been around for over 35 years, connecting people like you with trusted, compassionate advisors to bring through insights and guidance that they need at this time. One of the things that I loved or that stood out to me with Psychic Source was that not only do they care about their customers, but they also care about their employees as well as the world. They donate 1% of all proceeds to a good cause through their kindness initiative. I had a chance to experience the whole experience and talk to a psychic advisor, and I left feeling far more confident than I did like walking into it. She was able to pull on a recent dream that I had, and the craziness of it, and help me find clarity through that. She recognized that I was going through a purge and that I was going through kind of like a rebranding, if you will. She was also able to give me like kind of a little bit of clarity on a direction that I'm headed in, and she even was able to like give like dates type energy, as well as like a couple names she pulled out. So it was very good. Like I said, I left feeling a lot more confident than I did going in, just about the direction that I'm headed in. And I didn't ask her any questions. This was all just, I just asked her, what do you got? And she just came, pulled all this stuff, and it was very good. It was very good. So with all that being said, I'm excited to share that Psychic Source is offering an incredible deal for my viewers, you guys. Okay, new customers can get up to 40 minutes with one of their advisors for just $19.80. That's a value up to $240, okay? You can get the deal through the link in the description box below using the keyword Corie, Corie, or you can go to trypsychicsource.com/Corie. There's never been a better time to experience true connection.
Yeah, earlier I was, you've healed something, or there's some sort of, part of your shadow that maybe you were trying to like master or overcome, or shine light on, or give love to, or whatever, however the current situation was here. Yeah, you've alchemized something, okay? Yeah, there's a need to celebrate. Whatever this was, that makes sense. That's so funny because it ties into the other reading where it was like, I feel like you were in a funk, and the amount of time that you could have been in that funk is probably different for everyone, right? Could have been a couple weeks, couple years. You know what I'm saying? Like, but yeah, it was a lot of it had to do with, there was a certain part of you that you were healing, or some sort of shadow aspect that you were alchemizing here, or something, you were alchemizing something here. Okay, so yeah, there's a reason to celebrate. It's time to celebrate. There's something in the other one. We also had expect a miracle. Okay, And oftentimes, after you move through some sort of lesson, there is typically some sort of blessing that comes through. So I would anticipate on that here, okay? We have radiate gratitude here, okay? I don't feel like that's something that you need to do. I honestly feel like that's your energy. You know what I mean? Like, I really feel like you may just be naturally feeling very grateful at this time, just like, kind of looking around. Um, and, uh, and at your life and just things like that, and just feeling very grateful for where you are and how far you've come, okay. And then we have this gather your nuts here. That's so funny because earlier I was doing stuff around the house, and this as I was like kind of processing something, or just kind of like whatever, this card came up, and there was an energy where it was like the nuts were actually representing like energy, right? So there's something where you could have been like in a very resting kind of time, right? Like, like a slow or stagnant time, getting a lot of rest here, where you were like regenerating your energy, okay? Something like that. But also too, right? Like, this is also collecting some sort of harvest here. Yeah. Some of you, it's like you may have really been feeling, I don't know, you may be at a point, just don't give up on something here, okay? There's something that you're being encouraged to not give up on, okay? And to be a little delusional at this time. And I avoid saying that, right? May your Delulu become Trulu, right? Like, I encourage that 100%, but I hesitate saying it because, we want to be delusional, but we want to be delusional responsibly, okay? So please don't, like, yeah. Okay. All right, let's see what else we got here. Let's see what else we got. Tell me about this. Wear your party hat for the collective. What is this? Yeah, your faith is paying off. Okay, something that you're, Tell me more about this. Wear your party hat with the faith. Yeah, we have divination with the rising star here. Interesting. So some of you may be on social media or something like that, doing some sort of like spirituality or something. That may not be for everyone. This could just be like something that you're manifesting here, okay? But also too, there's this energy where it's like, wear your party hat, because you used, there's been some sort of energy where it's like you use some sort of divination to build your faith, right? To go through some sort of rise, this rise that we were talking about, you know what I mean? Tell me about this, bring your monster flowers here. There's a lot of, I heard like memory return, so I'm not sure. Bring your monster flowers here. So this may have to do with, there could have been something to do with like maybe, especially if, okay, so if, say for instance, there's some sort of manifestation that you're working on, right? That maybe there's, some people around you that they don't necessarily agree with or they don't understand it, something like that here, okay? And so there could have been something, a part of your shadow aspect that maybe kept you feeling small or kind of in a funk out of just kind of like, really, I feel like it's because you were like resisting or like holding yourself out back from being like fully authentic here, because of like, I think maybe, I'm probably talking to somebody who's very empathic, and so you could probably like catch on to or kind of feel like the evil eye or like the judgment of someone in particular, somebody who probably has some sort of like, significant role in your life, right? If it's like Joe Schmo, like I really don't feel as though you're too bothered, right? But if it's like, I feel like there's somebody in particular here, okay? Um, there is also, too, I think some sort of apology coming, because I think that somebody could have been feeling, I don't know, it's like they were not themselves or they weren't seeing something correctly. There's some sort of apology. I think it's taken a lot for this person to bring themselves to apologize. Um, but yeah. Hmm. Tell me about this radiate gratitude here. So there's something about like maybe a situation, okay, or your situation or something significant about a particular situation here. Um, where I feel like there's something to be grateful for, like as far as like it's almost like somebody's very patient with you. You know what I mean? Or like they I don't know. There's something about or just being grateful for, there's something about being grateful for somebody in particular in your life. I mean, there's probably a lot of people that you're grateful for, but there may be something insignificant, like something like specific right now where it's like, man, if I were in a different situation or if I had a different job or if, this were a different person or, the person that checked me out were a different person, right? Like there's something about like a situation kind of right place, right time. It may be kind of calming or it may be, um, you know, uh, I don't know. So this may be, and you just may find yourself feeling very grateful. Like, man, I'm glad it was you. You know what I mean? Or like, that type of energy here. Okay. There's also too this energy where some of you like passed some sort of like test here. Okay, there was some sort of like false divine masculine, just a nice guy, right? But they may have like kind of put an end to some sort of ascension here, or this is also too this somebody may actually somebody may pass away here. Okay. Yeah. So there's an energy about you may have like got away from something, whether it be like a certain way of living or maybe a family or a job, or I don't know. There's an energy of somebody feeling like kind of jealous or envious because you got away, you changed something, you got away, you got away here, right? They're also um, jealous and envious because like when certain people come towards you, right, or when there's like this destruction that is like brought towards you, right, to kind of put an end to things here, it's like you can see through the veil, right? um, yeah. Okay, tell me about gather your nuts here. Okay, so this also that is so funny. This may also be a masculine energy kind of gathering his courage to do something. Okay. That is hilarious. Okay. Uh yeah, there's some sort of energy here that is gathering the courage to like come towards you, or even to like move on from something else here. Okay, it doesn't have to be necessarily that they're coming towards you. You could be this masculine energy. There's an energy of moving on from something here. Okay. There's whoever had, I feel like maybe sent some evil eye or something like that. This person has aged quite a bit here. Okay. I feel like they're feeling quite a bit of guilt and remorse also. Okay. Because again, I feel like they were under some sort of influence, and it doesn't have to be like substance. It could be, just being around certain people, hearing certain rumors. Yeah. Again, there's this like mature woman that was in the reverse here. As I said, that, could have been under some sort of influence. There's an older woman who is not mature at all, who probably is very, yeah. All right. So tell me about this quit your daydream here. Well, don't quit your daydream. Is what it is here. So some of you, there's some of you that are meant to have a child with, yeah, don't quit what you're doing here, okay? You are leveling up, but there's something, we have the distant future, we have child, we have this twin flame energy, we have divine feminine, we have actual money. Like, you're headed in the right direction here, okay? Yeah, for some reason, somebody was like, maybe, there's an energy where it's like, I think somebody wanted you to quit what you were doing, or I don't know. There's also an energy, too, where somebody may have said that you were obsessed with someone or something, or like maybe even like stalking. Somebody could have said that you were like stalking someone, or you know what I mean. That would have been told because like somebody wanted somebody else to have like kind of a bad taste in their mouth when it comes to you, but this is not. Um, it's not true, and I feel like this is something that's coming out here. Okay. Yeah, look, false narrative. Exactly. Okay. Tell me about this court, the two good and the true. Mm-hmm. Surprise. So yeah, so you saw through some sort of destruction here, okay? You remained within your faith, and continued to ascend here, okay? And yeah, there may be somebody who's experiencing karma here. A third party. Yeah, it could be that older woman that's definitely not mature here. Could be like a mom or something like that, right? Hmm. Yeah, it's like somebody was trying to like block a family from like being happy or manifesting, like, you know, whether it be like you and your family. I feel like it is here. It's almost like wanting you to like struggle. So family could be like you and your children, right? You know, if you have a spouse, or something like that, right? You know what I mean? It's like, yeah. What's this Five of Cups energy here? Yeah, there is a very obsessed energy here, but it's not you. My thing is like, I think collective, whoever you are, no matter what you have, no matter like how much or how like how little or how much you have, there's something about, and no matter how like, you know, big or small your family is, right? And your family could be like, say it's you and your animals, or you know, you and your children, or you have a whole family, like, right, you, a spouse, children, animals, all the things, whatever it is, right? There's this energy of like, it's just like happiness, right? Ten of Cups here, right? Rejoicing, happiness. I mean, it's not all like, you know, sprinkles and rainbows, but you know, all the time, because life happens. But generally, you know, as a whole unit, there's happiness, there's joy. And I feel like there's just, it's like somebody's like obsessed with this here. Maybe they don't have that, they didn't experience that. Yeah, you have successfully like won some sort of like battle here. Okay, and it could definitely be something within your own shadow, right? Or it could definitely be, whatever this person brought towards you, right? Or did, or whatever, right? It really just, what it did, it was brought light to your own shadow, right? And in this aspect. So, but you've yeah, you've overcome something here. And then here's this, what's this Page of Pentacles? We got a Page of Swords and a Page of Pentacles. That could be your children. Some of you are going to have another child with someone. Yeah, but this King of Swords showed up 2 times. The Ice King is in, this King of Swords is in the Chariot card. Where is this King of Swords going? Where is the King of Swords going? Yikes. We have the Ten of Swords with the Eight of Swords. Did somebody get set up? Is somebody going to jail? Because the Chariot can also be like the police. This could also be like spiritual jail, right? And by that I mean just like when I refer to like spiritual jail, basically it's like suddenly people being forced to see their own actions, their own themselves is what I feel like spiritual jail really is. It's that energy, it's like that awakening, it's like basically, oh, like here's kind of like the Dark Knight, right? Let me just show you, you're being forced to see, your own actions, that type of energy here, okay? Um, this also too is somebody getting unstuck. They may be having to kind of take a lot of hits here. Okay, it's like they're escaping from something, and there may be a lot of like energetic or spiritual hits or something like that that this person is taking kind of while they're escaping. You know what I mean? But they're determined to get away. Chariot card. Um, and to not be stuck in whatever that situation is. Yeah, no, this person I feel like has been on a long journey with that situation. Okay, like literally the energy that I'm feeling like is like a long journey to escape something. And this could also be you too, right? It's like this long journey to escape like yeah. Because same, you could have also like in order to escape something, especially if maybe it was like the shadow, you don't really want to escape the shadow. It's just about mastering that piece and that part of you, understanding it, loving it, right? Um, it's like, but or you maybe left somewhere else. You know what I mean? Like, but there's been a lot of maybe like evil eye or because we have the swords here, right? So it's not. I feel like it's all up in my head, all up in my head. That's what I just heard. Okay, we have the Justice, the Page of Wands, the Magician, Eight of Cups. Yeah. So whoever this was that was trying to manipulate the situation, that was trying to create veils of destruction here, okay, um, they've got to move on here because there may be some other energy here that's like kind of swooping in, right? Some sort of like Knight of Swords, King of Pentacles energy. Maybe even there could even be like two people here, a masculine and a feminine, that are like, yeah, you won't be. It's almost like this energy collective where it's like you may have been dealing with some sort of like attacks on your own, or just like gossip and rumors, and just keeping to yourself. There's or just life, right? Even if it's just that, right? Just handling something. And it's almost like there's like one, or this is a similar thing that we picked up yesterday, but there's like one or two people or energies or something like that that are coming to help you through this, right? So it's like, say for instance, if it were some type of spiritual attack, right? There's two people that are kind of from the outside that are seeing this happen, right? And they show up and they help kind of defend the situation, right? This could also be like something in the physical, right? Say for instance, there's somebody that is coming at you in a certain type of way, and people see that, they come over to help you. Or, I don't know, it feels like there's been something that you've been fighting on your own, and or doing on your own, or something like that, and it feels like there are like, yeah, a couple people showing up to help here, okay? Yeah. But anyways, guys, okay, I think I will leave that one there. If you need anything from me, that's in the description box below, and I love you so much. We'll see you next time.